home in the hands of Brian Hayes, who found finding the step back up to 2 3/4 miles, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, we're back now at Tramore, ahead of the 2:35. Runners still making the way to post for this. It's the novice chase, 2 miles the trip here, and Ask Heather, who has been a warm order for this in the early markets and is now the market leader at 9-4, being backed in from 4. 7-2 the price for Lucky Phil, who's on the drift. 5-1 Mohart and 11-2 Simmer and Shine. Now that one also coming in for support, backed in from 11-1. It's at 12-1 Das Meyer Hoss, same price at Josephina, both a week in the market, and Sea Scorpion, particular week, 13-2 out to 12s. 16-1 Young Dev, cut from 50s. It's at 33s and was then for the rest of the field. So, interesting market. Ask Heather, who was a useful hunter-chaser and pointer-pointer. Had some good form over hurdles last season as well. Fell on the previous starts over regulation fences where she showed a tendency to jump left. But strong support for her here, and that point-to-point form suggests that she could develop into a decent chase. Just a question really of whether this 2-mile trip around here is going to be on the sharp side for her, given her win over hurdles did come over 3 miles, whilst Lucky Phil showed plenty of speed to win at Gowran Park a couple of weeks ago. And conditions were a lot softer than the official going description of good suggests that day. And she is back over fences, having finished 4th at Sligo on a penultimate start. So there's some way back from the starter, and one of the runners, Das Meyer Hoss, is separated from the rest of the pack, and the rider Ricky Doyle's just jumped off Das Meyer Hoss. And looks like the jockey is just going to have some late adjustments made to the tack. In fact, it's Owl Lucas, not Das Meyer Hoss. So, looks like a few problems with the tack, but hopefully won't be too long before they're off and racing. There's been strong support behind Shimmer and Shine. Price has halved from 11-1 down to 11-2. Now 9-2 Shimmer and Shine, who was 4th of 11 at Downpatrick last time out. Now JJ Slevin is back on board Our Lucas.
This event is now
so it doesn't look like it's going to be too long before we're dispatched here. Starts up, pointing at the jockeys. The flag goes up. They're off and racing. Let's go and get the call.
2 miles and 12 fences to be jumped in this 2-mile novice chase, and Das Meyer Hoss and Ricky Doyle want to be first to show as they come to the first fence with Ask Heather upsized that one, and on the inner the red cap of Mohart. So on the quick run to fence number 2, and it's Das Meyer Hoss, Mohart on the inside, Ask Heather on the outside of that duo, and again all safely jumped the second. Our Lucas runs 4 on the outside, followed then by the grey Young Dev, who's in company with Muyan Spirit. Sea Scorpion next to the rail behind that one. A length then to find the yellow jacket of Shimmer and Shine, who's in front of Lucky Phil. On the back 2 are Josephina and La Règle. So as they head uphill on the first of 2 complete circuits and race towards fence number 3, and Das Meyer Hoss with Mohart on the inside, Ask Heather on the outside of the duo. The trio are a length and a half in front of Young Dev, who races 4 on the outside of Muyan Spirit, with Sea Scorpion next to the rail. Our Lucas is on the outside of those. A couple of ropey jumps at fences 3 and 4 by La Règle, who's the back marker. So as they head on the far side and swing towards fence number 5, and over it, Mohart with Das Meyer Hoss jumping first and second. Das Meyer Hoss with a fractional lead. They're 2 lengths in front of Ask Heather, who races 3rd on the inside of Young Dev, a length or so, and then to Sea Scorpion, who races 5 on the inner. And they're a length or so in front of the white with the red sash of Muyan Spirit, with Shimmer and Shine, the yellow jacket moving up on that one's outside. Our Lucas is close to those, and they're a couple of lengths in front of Lucky Phil, Josephina, and La Règle continues to bring up the rear. So they continue to run downhill towards fences 6 and 7, after which they'll have a complete circuit race. And Mohart and Philip Enright on the inside with the lead, fractional lead over Das Meyer Hoss and Ricky Doyle in second. A length then to the blue jacket of Ask Heather and Liam Quinlan. The grey Young Dev on the outside under Donham Island. They're followed a length back by Shimmer and Shine under Adam Short. Sea Scorpion is next to the rail under James O'Sullivan as they come to fence number 6. And they're followed by Our Lucas in the predominantly red jacket on that one's outside, followed then by Josephina, who has 2 behind it now, Lucky Phil and Lorette. It's coming to the fence, which will be the last on the next circuit. That's My Horse, driven into that, comes out with a 2-length lead after a good jump. Ahead of Mohart, who's second on the inside of Ask Heather. A length or 2 then to find Muyan Spirit with Sea Scorpion next to the rail. Young Dev has just dropped back a couple of places ahead of Shimmer and Shine, and they're a length or 2 in front of Josephine on the inside of Our Lucas, Lucky Phil on the outside of that duo, and the back marker continues to be La Règle. So heading uphill on the final circuit, inside the final 3/4 of a mile or so, and as they come to the fence, which is 5 for the finish and over it, That's My Horse emerge with the advantage. As they come to the 4th last ditch, That's My Horse with Ask Heather on that one's outside. Tracking them in 3rd on the inner is Mohart. They're a length or 2 in front of Sea Scorpion. Muyan Spirit on that one's outside. Josephina is next in company with Shimmer and Shine and Young Dev on the outer. As they jump the 3rd last and over it, it's That's My Horse lands with the advantage. Fractional advantage over Ask Heather as Muyan Spirit moves up on the outside to take much closer order. Mohart is a length back in 4, and they're a length and a half in front of Sea Scorpion with Shimmer and Shine on that one's outside, and they're followed by Josephine, the purple jacket on the inner, a length or 2 in front of Our Phil, and back marker that group is Young Dev, who's being pushed along, and they're clear of the other 2, La Règle and Our Lucas. Heading downhill, less than half a mile race and 2 fences left to jump. And on the inside, it's That's My Horse continues to lead under Ricky Doyle. Muyan Spirit and Richard Condon travel well on the outside to almost join issue in second. They've gone on by a couple of lengths to Ask Heather, now being ridden in 3rd. Lucky Phil makes ground on the outside in 4. Mohart still there on the inside, pitching ahead of Shimmer and Shine and Josephina, Sea Scorpion and Young Dev as they come down towards the final 2 fences. And on the inside, it's That's My Horse being taken in the centre now by Muyan Spirit. Ask Heather, Lucky Phil moves up on the outside. Mohart just behind them, and he wants races to head down between the final 2 fences, and it's Ask Heather has come back through on the outside to join issue with Muyan Spirit as they head down towards the final flight. Mohart having another go on the inner at the final fence. It's Ask Heather with Mohart on the inside. Mohart stumbled on landing, and Ask Heather emerges with half a length of advantage. Mohart battling back on the inner inside the final 50. Ask Heather from Mohart. Ask Heather by 3 parts of a length to Mohart. Josephine the 3rd, 4 was Muyan Spirit, and they pulled clear of Shimmer and Shine and Young Dev.